Let me read this Distinguished Citizen Award. Proclamation honoring Donald Singer as Distinguished Citizen for 2015. Whereas Donald Singer has been an accomplished architect in Fort Lauderdale since the 1960s, designing the M. Sterling Building, the City Park Plaza, the Fire Prevention Bureau, the Venice Center for Literary Arts and the Main Library, the FAU BCC Higher Education Complex, and of course Virginia Schumann Young. I drive by that every day. All in downtown Fort Lauderdale, and numerous others appealing modern spaces for living, learning, and working that dot the landscape of our city. And whereas throughout his career, Donald Singer has been extensively involved in civic, professional, and community endeavors, including serving as president of the Fort Lauderdale Downtown Council, chairman of the Broward County Art and Public Places Board, the Cultural Arts Council, and Design Broward, vice chair of the Fort Lauderdale Sign Advisory Board, and is a member of the Board of Trustees of the Museum of Art and the Museum of Discovery and Science. And whereas, even during his retirement, Donald Singer showed no signs of slowing down. He continued to give back to our community by working with a group of citizens interested in developing a master plan for downtown Fort Lauderdale, and helped guide the plan through many hurdles on its way to final passage by the City Commission in November of 2003. And whereas Donald Singer has helped bring downtown Fort Lauderdale's vision for the next 10 to 20 years into focus by incorporating the need for expanded connectivity, public space, transit, and pedestrian-friendly streets in an effort to advance smart growth principles while preserving the architectural character that makes Fort Lauderdale unique. And whereas Donald Singer's high aspirations, coupled with his immense talent and unquenching desire, resulted in a body of work that is as voluminous as is awe-inspiring. And whereas his appreciation of Fort Lauderdale's lifestyle greatly contributed to his comfortable and elegant designs, an architectural style that resulted in urban, dynamic, harmonious, and appealing modern spaces that today are being emulated by a new generation of architects. And whereas Donald Singer has been honored with close to 100 local, state, and national awards for his outstanding projects and architectural design that have brought beauty, recognition, and prestige to our city. Now therefore, be it proclaimed by the City Commission of the City of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, that Donald Singer is hereby selected and honored as Distinguished Citizen of the City of Fort Lauderdale for 2015 in recognition of his many accomplishments and valuable contributions to the City of Fort Lauderdale, and that the City Commission of the City of Fort Lauderdale hereby publicly recognize and acknowledge these achievements and contributions, and does hereby express its heartfelt appreciation to Don Singer. That a bronze plaque honoring Don Singer as a Distinguished Citizen of the City of Fort Lauderdale for 2015 shall be placed in the courtyard of Fort Lauderdale City Hall, and that a parchment copy of this proclamation shall be furnished by the City Clerk to Donald Singer as a further token of the sincere gratitude and appreciation of the city. Dated this 3rd day of November 2015 and signed by Honorable Mayor John P. Jack Seiler. Donald, congratulations.
This is quite an honor. The only thing I regret is having to follow that wonderful talk by Greg Bruton. Broward County has been my home since Harry Truman was president. As you might imagine, it was a much different place than what we take for granted today. 53 years ago, 1962, when Elaine and I chose to make Fort Lauderdale our permanent home, Birch Willie had the wonderful Hobby House on 2nd Street. And Pop and Morris Sterling had a widely known shop on what was then known as Wall Street, and they were the ones to see for men's clothing. We sat on benches at War Memorial Auditorium to see the theater and hear the opera. The Museum of Art was a mere storefront on Los Olas Boulevard and was run by volunteers. Our mayor was Ed Burry. Our city was a small community made up of people from other places with allegiances back home. And many downtown businesses packed up and went to Petoskey, Michigan for the summer. So we were here for, and we got to be a part of, the enormous amount of positive change that formed the physical community we have today. As an architect, my main interest has been to work to improve our physical environment, and we happen to be here at the right moment in time. It's been a privilege to be actively involved as our city grew, and I thank you, Mayor Seiler, commissioners, members of the committee, for allowing us to be a part of that growth and a part of the city of Fort Lauderdale. Thank you.